Hey crew, it's Ben, and I'm back with a tutorial. Today we're going to be building a wall kit to be used inside of Unreal Engine 5. I wasn't quite satisfied with what they have there. I think I can do better. So we're going to try. Let's dig in. What we have here is the default cube. We are not going to get rid of it, even though most people do. I'm going to hit N to pull up my toolbar here. We're going to go to the dimensions at the bottom. We're going to make this 8 foot long. We're going to make it 4 inches wide, or 0.3 feet. And we're going to make this 8 feet tall. We're going to go up here, and first we're going to turn on this. And then, oh, that's an edit mode. We're going to go into edit mode, and we're going to turn on our dimensions real quick so that we can see. If you go to this little widget right here, viewpoint overlays, hit the little down arrow. There's all kinds of stuff that you can turn on and off. What we want to do right here is turn on edge length so that we know what we're dealing with dimension wise. I'm not going to turn on the normals right now. We'll probably wind up doing that later though. Okay, so we're going to hit 1 to go into front orthographic. We're going to pull this up to the x-axis line. This red line right here is the x-axis. And that's just so that it exports correctly later. Alright, so we have our basic dimensions. This is 8 foot tall, 8 by 8 foot wide by 4 inches. And what we're going to do now is Control R. And we're going to split this on the short side while it is highlighted. Let's drop it. While it is highlighted, we're going to hit Control E to pull up our edge, and we're going to mark it. That's going to make a seam for us all the way around. We're also going to do another one here, and then this is the reason I wanted to pull up the measurements, is so that I can bring this down to 3. Alright, so this edge should be 3 feet, or this edge should be 3 feet. That's the chair rail, that's the beginning of a window. Alright, so we need to grab this whole edge, so we're going to hit Alt, we're going to click that edge, and it is going to give us that. We're going to select our edge with Control E, and we're going to mark it with M. This red line is for UV unwrapping. We're going to look at that in just a second. We're going to grab these corners all the way around. I want all of these short corners so that we can mark them as well. Control E, we are going to mark them. Alright, we're going to go hit 3 to pull up our face mode, and then we're going to hit A to grab all the faces. We are going to hit U to unwrap, get the unwrapping menu, and then we're going to hit Smart UV Project. I like it. It works to unpack and stack stuff separately on its own, and I don't have to do a whole lot. It's great for me. We're going to hit OK. And then we're going to check and make sure that everything unwrapped. And it looks great. You can put an overlay behind this with graphics and move these to where the graphics are where you want them. We may wind up doing that at a later date. It will not be today. Just be aware that you can do that. Let's go back to layout, and I am going to check my recording software because this is the 4th time I've tried to make this video today. And I think I got my technical issues sorted out. I don't think I'm a live stream guy, y'all. But anyway. Alright, we're going to tab back over into edit mode. We're going to grab, well, first we're going to make a base material. So we can go ahead and, we don't need all of them. I'm going to grab the 4 I want to actually use right here. Alright. That's going to give us these 4 faces highlighted. We're going to go over to this toolbar on the side right here, all the way at the bottom, material properties. That's going to give us our materials. If you click in this box, you can change the name. We are going to make this interior top. We're going to change the color by clicking on base color right here. We're going to drag this off into a deep pink. The reason I use pink is so that I know what has and has not been textured in game later. These 4 balls at the top will change your viewpoint. The first one is wireframe. The second one is the current default setting, which is matte cap. This one is viewport shading. It will show you your textures on your material. The last one is rendered. It uses a lot of materials, and I am not going to try and use that right now. But you can see that everything turned pink. That is, these four right here are the ones that we actually want to assign in. But because it's the first material assigned, it goes to everything. Unreal is the same way in doing that. If you hold shift, you can select multiple faces. And we're going to make the exterior top. We're going to click this plus sign. We're going to hit this new button. We're going to go in this box and we're going to make exterior top. Go ahead and hit enter. Then we're going to change this color to a slightly different shade of pink. I like to have 4 different materials going in so that I have 4 different material options in game. When this is imported, it will come in and you will be able to put a separate material on each one of these areas. Alright, this is going to be the exterior bottom. Exterior. I misspelled that so badly on the second video, it was terrible. I had so much technical difficulties today, you would think that I would know something about what I'm doing, but no, not really. I'm just winging it, and I've been winging it for a while, so I can actually help other people wing it too. Alright, that is our 4 faces, and we're going to make our last material here. This is going to be interior bottom. And we're going to change it to a slightly different shade of pink, and we will assign it. Alright, so we've got 4 slightly different shades of pink on this wall. Here we have another one of those technical difficulty spots. So we're going to try this and see if we can get a save on it. We're going to do Control S. We're going to change the name of this to wall 8 by 8 underscore base because it has nothing in it. And let's see if it's going to save and record at the same time. It crashed on me earlier when I tried this. Beautiful. Alright, so what we have here is our first asset. This is fully functioning. But in order to use it, you have to export it. We're going to go to File. We're going to go to Export. Unreal Engine uses an FBX. I think, what is it? It's OBJ in Unity. Each one of these is like, they all do different programs. They're accepted in different programs. But if you go to FBX, that is accepted inside of Unreal by default. That is going to work the best for you. Don't try to change it. Alright, we're going to put this into Assets folder inside. This is my Unreal Engine Assets folder. This is wall 8x8 base.fbx. Settings. We are going to want to set this to only our selected objects, and we want our selected object to only be the mesh. We don't need the camera. We don't need the light. We don't need an armature. All of those things may be needed for other objects, but not for this one. We're going to want the scale to be correct. We're going to want all our scalings to be local, but we're going to need to change our axis. Unreal is X forward, Z up. So we need to change those to match. We also need to go into geometry, and we need to change this from normals only to face. I don't know why it makes a difference, but it really does. You will get an error if you don't click this. And it's not unusable, but it's not going to work right. And then we're just going to export it. And blammo. We have our first asset created for Unreal. Let's make sure we are still recording. And we are. Alright, so next up, what do we do from here? How about we make a Control R and we cut this. We're going to move this. Let's say we go in. Well, we'll go 1 foot, right? So that's going to give me 2 up here. right? And we're going to make another one on this side. We're going to come out and we'll go to 2, negative 2 here. The reason that is negative 2 is this y-axis that runs right here. The positive side is this way, the negative side is that way. We moved negatively by 2 feet. That leaves 1 foot to move negative, 1 foot to move positive. We're also going to make another cut at the top. Let's make that come down. We want about a 2.5. It's going to be roughly right here. Let's go 5.5. 5.5. That'll give us a 2.5 inch or 2.5 foot window opening right here. We're going to go to 3 and get faces. Hold shift, select both of those faces, hit X. We're going to delete that. With X is delete. And we're going to go F to delete only faces. You can scroll down, but I like hitting F. We're going to go 1. That's going to bring up our vertex select. We can select each of these vertexes independently, but if you hold down shift, you can grab them in clumps. If you get 4 of them and you hit F, you make a face. It automatically applies the material of the faces that you're using if possible. We're going to take this, this, and this, and do that again. And we will do that all the way around this opening. That will prevent further clipping errors later. If there's a transparency right there, it causes problems in game. But now we have a hole. We have a window hole. This is something that you can use to make windows for your game. And all we really need to do is to make sure that the UV will unwrap correctly. Because if we do this and we unwrap it, and the smart projected, we're already at 2. Let's look at it. That's not terrible, right? This is a little bit wonky, but this is where the cutouts for the windows are. Maybe we can get that a little bit better. So let's try. What if we go here and we go Control R and we cut this down the middle right here. And then we're going to hit Control E and mark that edge. And then we're going to catch all of these corners all the way around this window. Like so. Like so and so. And then one more. One here and there. Alright, Control E, M. We have marked that. Now, if we unwrap it, it's going to look just a little bit different. And it's a little bit better organized. It's not that much different, huh? Oh well. But now, what happened with that is that this texture on this side is going to apply to here. And then the texture on this side is going to apply to here. So you don't have the breaking seam at the wall. And that'll do it all the way around. Oh, let me actually, that is going to be, let's get faces. That is going to be the exterior top. So let's just make sure that these are assigned exterior top. This is going to be exterior bottom. So let's just make sure that this one is assigned exterior bottom. And it is. All right, this one is assigned exterior bottom. That's where our problem is. All right, interior bottom. So if we go here and do that, we are good. And then this one's going to be interior top. So if we go here, it is already assigned. Excellent. All right, so there we have another asset. Wonderful. What we're going to do now, instead of Control S, we're going to go to Save As. That's Shift Control S, but I'm not doing that. We're going to call this a double window. Right? It's still a 8x8 wall, but now it is a double, or let's do this. It'll be a window underscore double. Just to try and keep our naming convention the same. Alright, let's export this asset in the exact same manner. It should do it automatically. All of our settings should go the same. You see X forward is still the same. Z up is still the same. This is not going to change because we're using the same file. But if I go ahead and I hit window underscore double, hit enter, and then export it. All right, that is 2 assets done. Next up, let's make a single window. That is the wrong way. Let's do 2 to grab edges, and I'm gonna have to do it manually. So we're gonna go all the way around this and make sure that we catch all, not that edge, all of these edges. You don't have to catch these because they should pull in automatically, but we're going to drag this way, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. Drag that in until we have a 1 or 2 foot opening right here. Let's go ahead and do 1 right here, like that. All right, and we have another asset. We don't even have to do anything to this one. We just need to save it as. This is going to be a window, but it's going to be a single. Save it up, export it out. All right, next up, we're going to grab this. Actually, what I want to do is grab these. What happened to my face right there? Did it get left? It got left. All right, so let's back up here. I just exported it wrong, and that's going to give me a chance to show y'all. I thought that these would move on their own. They did not. So let's fix that real quick. We're going to pull this out all the way. We can just hit 1 right here, like that. All right, now this one I'm going to need to swap over to wireframe, and then I can just grab this right here and pull that to 1. No, we can pull that to -1 right here, -1. All right, and then we'll swap back over to our rendered view, or our material view. Okay. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and make sure that we're saving this as a single window, and we're going to re-export it so that it's right. All right, window. And honestly, we're going to be using pop-in windows, so it really isn't going to make that big of a deal in the long run. But just to be safe, I want to make sure it's right. And I may have places that I don't want to use those window pop-ins, so I wanted to have the actual framing. All right, next up, we need a door. What I'm actually going to do, instead of trying to pull this down like I was thinking, I'm going to go ahead and add another loop cut all the way at the bottom here. I don't, that's really close to the bottom. All right, we're good there. And what we're going to do is grab faces again, and we will delete faces. So grab all 4 of these faces, hit X, hit F, delete faces. We're going to go hit the number 1, and first up we need to, well, let's go ahead and make the faces. We're going to get to see knife cut today too. That gives me a face there. We need a face here. Alright, and give me a face here. Alright, this looks a little wonky, doesn't it? Let's see what is going on here. I bet that this right here is making a difference. So we're going to grab faces. Yeah, see, that's giving me, we missed. Alright, I did that wrong. Y'all get to see the errors too. Alright, we need this one and this one, and then we need this one and this one. I accidentally grabbed this one instead of that one, and that's what caused our problem. We're going to check our normals now. So I need to pull up this menu again, and if we go down here, I want the faces to show these little blue lines, just so that I can make sure that all the blue lines face in the direction of your vision. You can flip this and make it transparent. You'll be looking through the back side of the material, but we don't want that. All right, so next up, we're going to need a knife cut because I need a loop to run this bottom edge the same way it does at the top. We're going to hit K. It's going to give us a knife. We're going to start at this vertex and come down to the middle of this vertex. Oh wait, we'll start there and come up. Why is it not cutting? Let's do this. All right, let's try this. If one thing don't work, we'll figure it out. All right, well, that's going to do it for me then. If you right click after you've moved it, it'll drop it in the middle of the two vertexes that it is trying to divide. It was trying to divide these vertexes and these vertexes, so it will drop in the middle of that. Let's make sure that this did not make more than one vertex here, so we're going to get in really close and make sure. All right, we can actually, let's grab all of them, and if we go to mesh and we go to cleanup, we're going to merge by distance. If that had made two vertexes and I wasn't able to see it, it will take the vertexes that are really close and make them into one vertex. That is very handy tool to know about. And we need to mark edges now. So we're going to go 2. We're going to mark this edge out. I think so. And actually, no, we're not. We're going to mark that edge and this edge. Control E and M. And then we will mark these edges right here. Control E and M. And then we will make sure that these are assigned the correct materials. That is exterior bottom and interior bottom. So we'll take this and make it an interior bottom. And then we will make sure that this is an interior bottom. This needs to be an exterior bottom. And this needs to be an exterior bottom. Alright. I left this separate because we are going to do something different with this. This has those edges marked. We're going to take this edge and this edge. Come around to the back side. Grab these. And we'll go ahead and make it wrap all the way around. Alright, Control E, mark that. We're going to go 3, pick up all these faces now. And create a new material. And this is going to be threshold. Just in case the doors that I snap in, you gotta do this. Threshold. Just in case the doors that I snap in do not have a bottom, I want a metal, I want to be able to color this. We're going to make it slightly metallic looking, but not really metallic. You can do that in Blender. I'm not worried about exporting that because we're going to be doing materials in Unreal. Alright, so guess what? We've got a door now. We're going to go ahead and save as. This is going to be a door single. Like that. Save it up. Export it out. Same settings. X forward, Z up, just the mesh. This needs to be changed to door single. Did I not export the window single? I didn't do something. Alright, this is door double.fpx. I missed an export. Y'all let me know in the comments which one it was. Alright, so we've got, I just exported that as a double, didn't I? You're doing it wrong there, Pitt. You're doing it wrong. This is a door single. And it's important that we do that because now we're going to make a door double. Alright, go back to edges. We're going to go ahead and get rid of a couple of these measurements now. We're almost done for the day with this tutorial. All right, we're going to grab the, let's go to faces. Give me these faces here. Actually, no. Go to edges. I want those edges. But we're going to go ahead and grab these all the way around so I don't mess it up like I did last time. Like so. And give me this and this. That looks like all of them, but it will let us know if not. We're going to take this to 2. Blammo. Alright, next up. We're going to grab all the edges all the way around here. It won't let me select that one. What's going on? Maybe it's selected and it's just not highlighting right. Yeah, there we go. Alright, well, let's select them all again. There are other options for mask selecting, but because these are all separated by the UV marks, they're counted as separate pieces. So if I tried to do my control click and catch the whole loop, it's not going to work. They're separated. And I want them separated, so alright, let's make sure. Yeah, we need those. We need this one. These two on top and this one. We did not have that or that. Alright, we're good. What we're going to do here is we're going to go -2. Blammo. Alright, guess what? We got a new asset. We're going to save that as a door double. Save that up, and we're going to export that as a door double this time. FBX settings are the same. Always check your settings because sometimes they will reset. It's normally because of something that you did, but it's still good to check it because it will mess you up and you'll be like, what happened? And it's just that you did it wrong. And when I say you, I mean me. Alright, there we go. We did it, y'all. We just created a wall kit for the use in Unreal in the program of Blender. I hope that I brought a little bit of enlightenment and maybe a little entertainment to your life. I hope that this wasn't too boring of a tutorial. We're going to be doing a lot more assets. I'm probably going to wind up building all the assets myself. I thought I would be able to use, and when I say all, I don't mean absolutely all, but like the houses, I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to tweak that, and we're going to make that right. But we're going to get to do that together. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me. I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, this has been Pitt. Peace.